my channel. So today I'm going to show you my full coverage foundation routine for acne. If you guys didn't know, I've suffered with acne all my life. So as you can see here, I've got really enlarged pores on my forehead and just little acne and acne scarring all over my face. And yeah, what you gonna do, right? So you just gotta work with it and try and cover it up. I'm also gonna get rid of all those dark circles, and yeah, you can just kind of see my skin is not perfect, but yeah. So first we're gonna start off with my L'Oreal Studio Secrets primer. I like to use this to kind of get rid of my enlarged pores as much as I can, and on my nose and on my cheeks or any of my problem areas. So I gently dab that on anywhere that I might need it, and then I press it into my skin first and then just blend it in with my fingers. The next product I use is my amazing foundation, which is the CoverGirl 3-in-1 Fabulous Foundation, and just that flat top kabuki brush from Coastal Scents. And then yeah, you can either put it onto your hand or you can just put it directly on the brush. I do it both ways, and then I just dab it all over my face, really focusing on the problem areas. And once I feel like I have dabbed enough product everywhere, then I will buff it in with the brush. And then make sure that you blend it into your neck. You don't want to have any harsh foundation lines or anything like that. Now, as you can still see some of my acne scarring and acne poking through, so I do like to add another half a pump to a pump, and then I just only focus this on my problem areas. Again, first patting it onto the area, and then I will blend it in. Now if my acne is still peeking through my foundation, then instead of using a concealer, I just like to use my foundation, because then you know it's gonna match your foundation, you know? So I just like to dab it over my acne, and then I just use my finger to tap it and blend it out. And as you can see, after doing that, it covers it up a lot better than just the foundation beforehand. So now I'm using my CoverGirl and Olay Under Eye Concealer, and I just have this in the lightest color possible because I love my under eyes to be super bright and highlighted. So I kind of make the V and then go into any area that I would highlight, and then just tap it in and tap it on my upper eyelid as well, because I've got really dark purplish reddish eyelids and I don't like it to look so dark. And then after I've tapped it in with my finger, I do like to go back in with my foundation brush and kind of buff it all in. that this eye is done, you can really see the difference between the one I haven't done and the one that's done. I don't look so dead anymore. Bam! And now they're both done and I'm looking a lot better and not so zombie-like. Next, I'm using my Physicians Formula talc-free mineral wear powder, and I'm just applying that with my e.l.f. blush brush. I think that this just applies it a lot better, and I like to put this under my eyes because I like to keep the highlighted look, and this is translucent, so it won't add any color and take that brightness away. Stay Matte powder, and I think I'm in the color Sandstorm to set my foundation. I really like this because it keeps me matte and I don't think that I look cakey, so I just use my Coastal Scents Kabuki brush, and first I just tap this all over my foundation just to make sure that it really sinks into the foundation, and once I have tapped it all over, then I just buff it all in to make sure it's all set in looking beautiful. And yeah, bam! There you go. So now to brighten up the face with some color and get some contour going on. The bronzer I'm using is the NYC Bronzer in Sunny. It's just a matte bronzer with no shimmer and I love it, and I'm just using this brush and I don't know where I got it from, but I'm going to use it in the hollows of my cheeks just to give me that contour and a slimmer looking face, and then I like to use it on my temples as well and then up into my forehead because we all know I got a ginormous forehead, I know, so to kind of make it slim itself out. And you know you can't do a contour without doing the fishy face. And I also like to use this on my jawline and drag it down onto my neck and kind of give it a blended out, I don't know, just so my face kind of like blends into the rest of my body. And then I just take my Kabuki brush and use that to blend out the contour so that it doesn't look so harsh, though I do like a really contoured face, just I like it to blend out a little bit better. So now onto blush. I'm just using this amazing blush palette from Coastal Scents, and I'm using the color marked with a heart right there, and I'm just using a Real Techniques brush. I think it's a multi-use brush, and I like to first start on the back part of my jawbone, just in case you have too much color, then you're not gonna look like a clown with all this color on the apples of your cheeks, and then I bring it forward onto the apples of my cheeks. And then again, using my Kabuki brush to blend it all out and make it blend into each other seamlessly. And last but not least, you cannot not use a highlighter, at least in my opinion. I'm using Hard Candy Highlighter in Tiki, which is my favorite, with just a little fan brush, and I just use that on my cheekbones, kind of doing it in a C motion. And then I also use it on my forehead and my chin and my Cupid's bow on my nose as well, just to give yourself a really nice highlighted look. You don't want to be looking super matte because that looks unnatural. So this is the finished product of the foundation routine. As you guys can see, it just gives me a flawless finish. Of course, really up close, you can obviously see my little imperfections, but I don't want it to be super cakey, so if a little shows through, it's definitely better than it was. So So yeah, as you can see, the before and after here, I just think it gives me a way better, flawless finish. Of course, it would look a lot better if I had done something with these eyebrows, so I'll do that and finish my eyes and come back. So here I am with my makeup all done and everything finished. Now, I don't believe that this foundation routine is for everyone. It's just how I cover my skin to make myself feel more beautiful and more confident, although I know all of you are beautiful with or without makeup. But yeah, so I just wanted to share this if anyone else is dealing with acne like me, and show the products that I use to cover it up and make myself feel more beautiful. Of course, I know my son thinks that I'm beautiful with or without makeup. But yeah, that's all for this video, guys. I will talk to you all later. Mwah! Bye.